the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Short kick, it's taken to the 23. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. DeShone Kizer, the former Notre Dame man, will lead his troops onto the field.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
So a tough spot for Kizer. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Kizer. A screen complete to Crowell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And tough starting field position here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, both teams practice this situation, And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
They run again with Hunt. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
They go play action here on first down. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because it plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This is Hunt. And now running right through it. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Looking to throw on second down. Maddox. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On first down, Maddox. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 89 yards.
And that touchdown was his first of the year, and you know he's eager to get more of those.
To throw on second down. Maddox. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamie Collins. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
319! 319!
Throwing on third and long. Maddox. And going deep for Hill. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The numbers for Crowell in last week's game. 16 carries, 68 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he spins past him and into space. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
First down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The numbers for Coleman last week. 3 catches, 54 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. Second down, 8. Again, it's Crowell. He's able to work 3 for about 6 down to the 18. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And Crowell lost the football. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Bruce Ellington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats them on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall on in the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way, was out on the field and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
On the run, this is Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man in the crossing route. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick O'Leary, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll run it again with Crowell across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On third down, Kaiser. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Kaiser. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Kaiser now. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first one.
And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Crowell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy, hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
On 3rd down, Crowell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maddox. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Maddox. He is going to find Hill here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Maddox. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll run again with Hunt. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Looking to throw. Maddox. And Robinson with a big catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw. Maddox. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Play action now. Kaiser. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Crowell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now it's Crowell. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They'll run with Crowell, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the red zone now, Kaiser. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Kaiser from the gun on third. And it's caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's third and long. To throw, Kaiser. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's got room. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
Looking to throw. Maddox. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. To throw on 2nd down. Maddox on target over the middle to Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go. 3-19.
To throw on 3rd down. Maddox. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Maddox. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Maddox. And Hill with it over the middle. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. To throw. Maddox. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Sharkhandrick West heading back onto the field. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
Yeah, as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Chiefs are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Browns just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, Ellington's going to take it off the right side, and he'll run it in from 10 yards out as they take a 7-0 lead. 1st and 10, O'Leary's able to haul in the contested pass, but a quick 3-play drive ends with a score as that evens the score at 7-7. Chiefs lined up at the 5. The catch will be made in double coverage, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. The Chiefs is up now by 7. Chiefs with the ball, final seconds of the half. Hill's going to make the catch in traffic, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. That puts them on top by 14.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! All right, here we go. Detroit! All right, here we go. Detroit! Set! Set! 3-19! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Safety creek! Check 99! Check 99! Check 4! Check 4!
Now it's Hunt. Finding some room at midfield. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maddox over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Maddox. And Wilson has it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Here's Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
319. 319.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down. Maddox. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Albert Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Crowell. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Let's go.
From the gun, Kaiser firing quickly here, and that's complete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. It's Crowell. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Let's go.
2nd down, Kaiser. Oh, look at the juke. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. He's been blocked twice already. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
And now here comes Kansas City. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run with Hunt. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
All right, here we go.
They run for it with Hunt. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. And again this time to the tailback. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Green 39! Green 39! Here we go, D!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 319! 319!
Back to throw. Maddox. They're able to locate Wilson. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the bootleg. Maddox. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. No, he'll be shoved to the turf that time at the 12-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First and 10. Maddox. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Albert Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Kaiser to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. He finds Coleman. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. 190. 190.
A first down throw for Kaiser. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Kaiser yet again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. Maddox throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
First down, Maddox. And over the middle here, Amaro. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joe Schobert in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. To throw on 2nd down. Maddox. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Hunt is unable to get in on 4th and goal, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Deshaun Kaiser making his way out to the huddle, and that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Crowell. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice...
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Always got some breathing room. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
3-19! 3-19!
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And if that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Let's go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Maddox. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the bootleg. Maddox. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And now running right through it. And down inside the 15 he goes. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play clock's running down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So they're going to go for 2. Off the play fake. Maddox. And that'll be incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about
Corey Coleman, 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And to give this time to the tailback. A pick up of 5 that time and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will take a knee here. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm scared.
On 4th down, Quinn. And this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Tight right, tight right. Here we go. Run through
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Kaiser now on second down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Come on, let's go.
On third down, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.